Demetrious Johnson was never supposed to be the guy.
He has the lowest selling pay-per-view in the history of the UFC in the modern era.
He wasn't loud, he wasn't intimidating, he didn't sell chaos. And yet, when the history of mixed martial arts is written honestly, his name sits at the very top.
You are the guy. Whenever anybody asks me who's the best fighter in the world, you're the guy.
I appreciate it, man.
While the world chased knockouts and trash talk, Demetrious chased perfection. Every movement was efficient, every exchange calculated, every fight a demonstration of what MMA looks like when it's done right. His career didn't explode in one dramatic moment. It unfolded patiently, methodically, almost invisibly.
Demetrious Johnson is his name. They call him Mighty Mouse. He has 13 consecutive title defenses. Why didn't you not mention him at all? I don't understand. And they're like, oh, him.
But greatness doesn't require permission. It reveals itself over time. And Demetrious Johnson quietly became one of the most dominant champions the sport has ever seen, redefining what it means to be complete inside a cage.
Demetrious Johnson is probably right now the best
Ever.
The best ever, yeah, I agree. Like, man, when I talk about confidence and skills, man,
Yeah.
what is the better guy than this? What better guy than this?
Before titles, before belts, before the nickname Mighty Mouse meant anything, Demetrious Johnson was just an athlete who loved to move. Wrestling, track, cross-country. His body learned rhythm before it learned violence, speed before power, balance before force. MMA wasn't a dream at first, it was a hobby, something to test himself with. But raw talent doesn't stay hidden long.
When I see him doing the things, like, he kicks like a fucking Thai dude, he shoots a double leg like a fucking good wrestling dude. It's not like just an athletic guy that's explosive. Everything is done just right, you know?
Yeah.
Matt Hume saw it immediately. The explosiveness, the instincts, the ability to learn faster than others could adapt. Demetrious didn't fight like someone discovering the sport. He fought like someone born for it. As an amateur, he went undefeated. As a professional, he wasted no time announcing himself. 96 seconds was all he needed to dismantle Jesse Brock. Overhand right, head kick, precision, calm. It wasn't flashy, it was clean. The foundation was already there. Success came quickly, but reality followed close behind. At bantamweight, Demetrious was often the smaller man. Against Brad Pickett, skill met size and size won. He moved beautifully, struck sharply, but gravity matters, strength matters. The judges saw what the fans didn't yet understand. Demetrious wasn't failing, he was misplaced. Joe Rogan said it plainly. If there were a flyweight division, this guy would thrive. At 135, Demetrious kept pushing. Wins over Nick Pace and Demarcus Johnson showed growth. But when he finally reached Dominic Cruz, the truth became unavoidable. Skill wasn't the issue, size was. The ceiling was clear. In 2012, everything changed. The UFC created the flyweight division. For Demetrious Johnson, it wasn't an opportunity, it was a correction. The inaugural tournament began and history followed immediately. Ian McCall pushed him to the brink. Chaos, confusion, a judging error robbed the world of a sudden death round. They ran it back. Demetrious adjusted. Cleaner striking, better wrestling. No controversy this time. Then came Joseph Benavidez. 5 rounds, speed, pressure, takedowns, scrambles. Demetrious edged it, split decision. And just like that, without fireworks or fanfare, he became the first UFC Flyweight Champion. No coronation, no explosion, just another step forward. The throne didn't elevate him, he elevated the throne. Demetrious didn't just defend the belt, he defined it.
I'm his kryptonite. If everybody thinks that he's Superman, I'm definitely gonna be the one to stop him.
John Dodson tested his speed, Demetrious matched it. John Moraga survived until he didn't. An armbar ended it late. Benavidez came again. This time it ended early. One punch, no debate. By the time Demetrious Johnson reached the middle of his reign, winning wasn't the story anymore. How he won was. Demetrious didn't just beat opponents, he solved them. He adjusted mid-round, mid-exchange, sometimes mid-mistake. His footwork looked effortless, but it was deliberate. His wrestling wasn't brute force, it was timing. He didn't rush finishes, he waited for inevitability. That patience became suffocating. Title defense after title defense, the comparison started quietly, then loudly. Anderson Silva's record loomed. 11 defenses, untouchable, legendary. Demetrious didn't chase it. He walked toward it, methodically. When he faced Wilson Race, it wasn't hype, it was business. A relentless pace broke Race down until resistance disappeared. An armbar ended it. Then came Henry Cejudo again. Younger, stronger, smarter. The Olympic gold medalist had evolved. 5 rounds, razor-thin margins, clinch battles, scrambles. Momentum swung inches at a time. When the final horn sounded, uncertainty filled the air. The decision went to Cejudo. Split, controversial, debated endlessly. Demetrious didn't protest, he didn't complain. He nodded, accepted, walked away with dignity. The reign was over, but something else ended too. The illusion that dominance must last forever. In a move no one expected, the UFC traded Demetrious Johnson. One championship awaited.
Ben Askren has been wanting to fight in the UFC for a long time, right? And then, so one championship and the UFC were talking back and forth between Hunter and Matt Hume and Malky. So they're like, hey, let's do a trade, right? Like, we'll give you Ben Askren for Demetrious Johnson. And then at one point, I heard that, you know, Dana was like, nah, I don't want to make that happen, right? I don't know the full. I'm not in the room where all the puzzle pieces are being shifted. And then I was hanging out somewhere, and then somebody said, you know, Joe Rogan had a piece in that. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah. And I was told that you kind of convinced him. I'm like, who gives a shit? Like, just get Ben Askren or something like that. So, yeah, I know, right? So
That's not really.
New rules, new culture, new risks. Many questioned it. Some called it exile. Demetrious called it opportunity. He didn't run from competition, he ran toward it. The greatest flyweight ever wasn't finished. He was just turning the page. Leaving the UFC didn't mean leaving greatness. It meant relocating it. One championship wasn't a downgrade, it was unfamiliar territory. Different rules, different scoring, different rhythm. And that's where Demetrious Johnson thrives. Against Yuya Wakamatsu, he didn't rush. He observed, measured distance, broke timing, finished with brutal clarity. The message was immediate. The skills translate. The dominance follows. Then came Adriano Moraes, bigger, stronger, dangerous. In a moment few saw coming, Demetrious was knocked out. Clean, sudden, real. The myth cracked, and the response mattered more than the loss. The rematch wasn't emotional, it was precise. Demetrious pressured intelligently, controlled range, eliminated risk. Moraes faded. Redemption didn't look dramatic, it looked correct. The belt returned where it belonged. The trilogy wasn't about revenge, it was about closure. 5 rounds of control, pace, dominance. Moraes had moments, Demetrious had answers. When it ended, there was no debate. The greatest flyweight alive stood undisputed across continents. Demetrious Johnson didn't retire beaten. He retired finished, accomplished, whole, a champion in every sense. If you made it this far, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more MMA videos and documentaries, and tell me your thoughts in the comments below.